Where do you go when you want to feel happiness? Visiting a city with long and dark winters, high costs of living, little access to nature, and a population that is difficult to integrate into didn't seem like the happiest place. Despite this, Copenhagen, Denmark has consistently been named the happiest city on the planet. So I'm here to figure out what makes Copenhagen such a happy city. Is it the food scene, the easy access to other European cities, or maybe just the fact that everyone in Copenhagen is really cool? During our Copenhagen trip, we'll also visit Bergen, Norway, and Hamburg, Germany. And we will, of course, spend lots of time discussing what makes me the happiest when I visit a place: the food.
So maybe it is.
Finding happiness on our first day in Copenhagen was not the easiest feat. We took a red-eye flight from New York City to Copenhagen, and I don't think we slept at all. We also made the mistake of choosing the flight that got in at 6 in the morning. The upside of this is that we could not check into our hotel, so we had no way of taking a nap, which actually helped us adjust much better. The goal for day 1 in Copenhagen was simply to stay awake and entertain ourselves.
Oh my god, aren't you the best tinfish I've ever had?
We spent a few hours in the Danish Architecture Museum, which is really, really cool. They had a cute little cafe on the rooftop where I had some of the best tin fish I've ever had in my life, and then you could take a slide to get back down to ground level. The rest of day 1 was such a blur, I barely remember any of it, but we did get some Copenhagen-style hot dogs, some oysters, a cocktail, and we went to bed very, very early. Okay, hi, good morning. It is day 2 in Copenhagen. Yesterday we were so tired. Alex didn't sleep on the plane at all. I think I might have gotten an hour max. Realistically, probably less than that because my ring did not detect any sleeping on the plane. We did force ourselves to stay up all day yesterday, but we had dinner at like 6 o'clock and we literally fell asleep in bed at like 7:30. We slept like 10 hours. It's like 8 something. It's kind of a chilly day in Copenhagen, so I'm wearing my little strawberry sweater with these really cute striped pants. They're kind of hard to see. And then we have plans to go to Tivoli today. Tivoli is like a theme park, and last time we were in Copenhagen, which was March of last year, it wasn't open. So summer is definitely the time to come if you want to do that. We are gonna go get some breakfast. At Tivoli, it was much easier to see why this is the happiest city on the planet. Tivoli is the second oldest still operating theme park in the world. It is said that Walt Disney himself took a lot of inspiration from Tivoli while he was building Walt Disney World. Tivoli is conveniently located in the dead center of Copenhagen, right by the train station. Because of this, the park is very small and compact, but they squeeze in quite a lot of attractions. In addition to the roller coasters and thrill rides, there are also live performances as well as many places to eat and drink.
Can I do an Aperol Spritz?
How perfect is that?
Between rides, we stopped for an Aperol Spritz as well as some Copenhagen hot dogs, and we listened to the band playing the Star Wars theme music. The best ride at Tivoli is the Demon, which is one of the very few that does flips and feels like a really strong roller coaster, but it is a very, very short ride. Now, if you've followed me for any amount of time, you know that food is what makes me happy. While sitting at the bar at this seafood restaurant, it started to make sense why Copenhagen is the happiest city. This restaurant had such a fun and inventive menu, and every single bite was delicious. I might even say this is the best meal I've ever had in Copenhagen, and I've been to Noma.
Place your cabin package on the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartments.
Ironically, while searching for happiness, I actually felt the least happy when I left Copenhagen for a day. Our day trip to Hamburg, while nice, was not particularly exciting. We arrived in the morning and walked around the city as much as we could. We saw some World War II history, and we did have a very good lunch at a German restaurant where we had an array of sausages, potato salad, and a sausage soup. I'm sure I probably just didn't do it justice, but the city of Hamburg just didn't feel like a great place for a day trip. It was a little bit hard to find things to do as a tourist who only had a few hours there.
We made it to Hamburg.
but we don't have any plans. So we're just walking around now. And we kind of don't really know what to do. We're sitting in a park.
It's a nice day.
It's a nice day. We got here at like, our plane landed at 9:15 and we took a train to the center of the city. And we have to leave and get back on a train around 6 p.m. and fly back to Copenhagen. We've got 5 hours to kill. And we will. We just don't know how yet. The rest of our time in Hamburg was spent near the riverfront where we were able to get some drinks, and we eventually found a nice little place to get another small meal where I had this delicious crab soup and this other German plate that I don't remember what it was called or really what was on it. And we are back in our hotel in Copenhagen. We spent the day in Hamburg, Germany. It was really fun. I kind of almost wish we had just stayed in Copenhagen though, because I love it here so much. Tomorrow though, we're going to Bergen, Norway. I think it might be kind of cold and rainy, but I'm really excited about it because I've never been to Norway and it's supposed to be kind of just a really cool little town with like fjords and stuff. It's currently almost 10 p.m. We just got back maybe 30 minutes ago. I got a little salad-y snack from 7-Eleven. We kind of snacked all day on like kind of big things, but then weirdly I was hungry for dinner. And my favorite. Excited. We have 1 day in Bergen and then 2 more full days in Copenhagen before we leave. Go back to the US on Monday. Wow. Those are giant reindeer. They have sea urchin back there. I think that's cod. Wow, look at that guy. Our day trip to Bergen started out much like our trip to Hamburg, where we got in pretty early in the morning and we walked around the fish market even though it wasn't fully open yet. Even though it wasn't lunchtime yet, I was already so excited for all of the fresh seafood that I was going to be able to eat in just a few hours. They had such a wide variety from salmon to sea urchin to whale. Because the fish market wasn't open yet, we continued walking around and exploring the town of Bergen. We went into a few small little gift shops where we even found a resident cat. We kept walking a bit and then we finally found a 13th century fortress. It was like a museum and we were able to walk all around the building. What am I supposed to be looking at?
Cellar of King Magnus.
There were tons of preserved rooms like the basement and the dungeon and lots of artifacts to look at as well. But really, this was all just an attempt to kill some time before it was acceptable to eat lunch. We returned to the fish market, which was absolutely vibrant and bustling and full of delicious smells. We are in Bergen, Norway, and we are sitting down for lunch at the fish market, which might be a little bit of a tourist trap, but
it's a good one.
It's all gonna be good because the seafood is so fresh and local, and we can watch them make it right there. I think we're just early. I think that's why it's empty. I feel like it's not gonna be.
Stalls aren't empty.
It's not gonna be bad. I think we're just one of the few people sitting down. We ordered whale carpaccio because I want to try whale. Because when else am I gonna get to try whale? Salmon sashimi, the Bergen fish soup, and a salmon burger.
And a cider.
And a cider. They also have reindeer sausages. Not at the fish market, but separate. And moose. And I do want to try that. Salmon. This is the whale. I want to try the whale first. What's the sauce? Like a tomato sauce or something?
It's tomato based.
It's a lot more tender than I would have expected. It's not bad. Interesting.
I didn't know it was legal to still like do whaling.
The whales here, the ones they can cook or eat, are not endangered. It's got a weird aftertaste.
It's really rich.
Yeah.
Without being super fatty. It's surprisingly lean.
Maybe like a high content of like some like blood or you know like something.
Hemoglobin. Actually, that makes sense.
Yeah. I was expecting it to be a lot tougher and like chewier.
I think I was 16.
No, I'm in love with it.
I am.
Really?
Yeah. Can go hours without breathing. Rich without being fatty. Surprisingly lean.
I could eat raw salmon.
I think I could eat anything.
Every day. Forever. And this was the Bergen soup, which I have a terrible clip of, but very delicious. Salmon burger. I like that a lot.
We might have to share.
That's okay. We can do that.
You want to try my burger?
I would love to.
It's not so like thick. I feel like in America, if you
Yeah.
get a salmon burger, it's like an inch.
That won't make you feel like
Yeah.
a zombie for 3 hours after eating it.
I'll still be able to get a sausage after.
Yeah.
That's really good though. I really like that soup.
After our very delicious lunch, we took a funicular, which is sort of a train that goes up a mountain, up to the lookout point of Mount Floyen. And much to our surprise, when we got to the top, we found goats.
Where are the goats?
I don't know.
Oh, there are the goats. They're laying down right in front of us.
One of them is Alex.
What?
Unsurprisingly, they weren't very interested in us, but they did let us pet them and interact with them.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Sorry.
That's crazy, they're just laying here. We enjoyed the nature on Mount Floyen and then went back down and eventually got dinner in town where I had a shrimp salad and I finally got to try reindeer, and yes, it was delicious.
We're back in Copenhagen. It is Saturday and it is very sunny and relatively warm. We went on a run on the canal this morning and now we are trying to make the most of our Copenhagen card because we bought it and we haven't used that much from it. So we're going to the National Museum to see the Viking exhibit. Are you excited?
Yeah.
And wow, this was one of the coolest museum exhibits I have ever seen. It was led by a voice in your headphones based on where you were standing in the rooms, and it was all about the destruction of Ragnarok and the Vikings who all looked up to this Viking sorceress to sort of answer their questions. They called her the Volva. This exhibit is running until August of 2027, so if you're seeing this and it's not 2027 yet, I highly, highly recommend visiting. After that, I was craving something comforting and not Danish food. I kind of wanted some Asian food, so we went to Slurp Ramen, which is very famous. Just like so many of the great restaurants in Copenhagen, it was started by a former chef at Noma. I ordered a classic shoyu ramen, and Alex ordered the vegetable ramen.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah, I'm not a ramen expert. This is the best I've ever had.
Very good. Very pleased. This is exactly what I needed.
Oh, I could take such a nap right now.
I know, me too. We both agreed we're not experts in ramen, but that was the best ramen either of us have ever had. And we got really sweaty eating it, so we had to leave. And now we're digesting in the botanical gardens. And they're beautiful.
We came back to the hotel for a bit after just kind of walking around and drinking a little bit, and we recharged our phones and just took a break. And now it is 6:23 and we are about to head out to a kind of fancy dinner. It's expensive, but it's not super fancy. Well, I think the food will be fancy, but the vibes are not super fancy. This is the only reservation that I made the whole trip, right? There's the only one I made in advance for the whole trip.
That's good. It changes a bit as you eat it. I love potatoes.
The last one,
Wow. It's very refreshing.
We first started doing this for the Danish strawberry season.
Good morning. Holy crap, I look terrible. But yeah, we don't have any plans for the day except to like shop. That's my plan, is I'm gonna go get breakfast downstairs. I'll probably jump in the canal, even though it's gonna be freezing cold. But I think that'll make me feel better, actually. And then we're just gonna walk around and shop and spend money and buy things, and probably eat some food. But the place we ate last night was Jatak. It was really, really good. We got to sit at the counter, which I love to do. I love to sit at a kitchen counter because obviously I'm a chef. I like to watch other chefs and like talk with them and kind of figure out just what's going on. And it was a very nice, extremely well organized kitchen. Every dish was just really thoughtful and delicious. Nothing bad to say about it. It was very good. I think I'm kind of just a little bit over fine dining. And I know how annoying that sounds, but after a while it starts to kind of feel the same. And that's not to say that the dishes weren't unique, because they were. Like, everything was pretty unique. My favorite dish was the tomatoes. It was like seasonal tomatoes with Wagyu beef heart, which was delicious. And then it came with a little side of like alkaline, like ramen style noodles with a cold tomato broth. So good. So yeah, plenty of unique and fun stuff in it. I think I'm just like, I don't know, I'm kind of more into the like street food, authentic-y food type of scene than fine dining right now. I think I've just done so much of it, and I've loved every chance I've had to eat at fine dining restaurants. It's just that they really do start to feel very similar after a while, you know? Okay, I'm gonna go get breakfast. We made it. It's cold, but it actually feels kind of nice. I think I'm ready to get out though.
Used to it, right?
Yeah. We made it out. We're grabbing lunch at the Tivoli food hall, which sounds gimmicky, but it's actually pretty good. And here's mine. I got sushi and a miso soup.
Soy sauce packet?
Yeah, isn't that cute?
What?
In Australia they have them like this, but they're shaped like fish. Wow. It makes so much more sense because you can close it. I don't know why we don't have those anywhere in the US. There's always those like TikToks I see. People are like, when I've been in Europe for too long and start craving Asian food. That's me. The last 24 hours between ramen and now a sushi bowl. Danish food is great, but it's not Asian food. Did a little bit of shopping and went back to the hotel to recharge things, and now we're going to get pasta. And I'm very excited. It's a place we sat across from last night when we were getting drinks, and it looked really good. And so now we're going there.
By the end of our trip, I fully understood why Copenhagen is the happiest city. They embrace the cold winters, fully enjoy their summers, they are very active and healthy society, and it certainly helps when all of the food is incredible.
That's exactly what I needed. You want a bite?
Yeah.
I want a bite of yours. Oh man, I'm so excited to eat the rest of this plate.